So in the last video we learned about lambda functions, and in this video we're gonna take a look at a filter function. So what we're gonna do in this video is we're going to create a program which will print all the even numbers in a list. So let's create a function. We have function and we'll pass a list to it, and it's gonna iterate over the list for x in L. If x %2 equals to 0, print we're gonna create one more list, L1, an empty list, and we'll append L1 dot append x, and at the end of the code, else, yes, we can use else after a for loop. The else part gonna execute after the for loop. You can say after when this condition is false, so else return L1. Sweet. So we're returning a list from this function, so we're gonna store the result in the list too. So lres is a good list name, and I'm gonna pass a list of integers 1 2 3 4 5. So python 3 filter.py, and I also want to print the result, so lres, and so we passed a list of integers from 1 to 5, and it printed all the even numbers in this list, which is 2 and 4 only. So it's working fine. Now let's see how we can create the same program using filter function. So same program using filter and lambda function. Why lambda here? Well, filter is a function which takes two arguments, and the first argument of this, I should write this in comment. So two arguments, and a first arg is a function, and second arg is a list. Now it's kind of confusing, but filter is a function which takes first argument of function. So filter is a function which have two parameters, and the first parameter is also a function, and the second parameter is an iterable. It's not list, it's an iterable. It can be list, list, a set, dictionary, tuple, or even a string. So let's create this whole program using filter and lambda. Why we are using lambda here? Well, we'll see why we are using lambda here. So let's start. So res and list. Let me code all of this thing, and then I'll explain it. So you can play some music if you want. Anyways, lambda let's print this and check the sorry. Okay, so lambda, oh, this is gonna be inside here. Now it's yeah, so it printed the same output as this ls has printed here. So you can see that these 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 lines of codes are converted in just 2 lines of codes, 2 lines of code. So it's very optimized and it's very simple, it's easy to learn, easy to read. And okay, so let's see what is happening here. How is it doing all this stuff of 10 lines of code in just 2 lines of code? So not even 2 lines of code, even it is just 1 line of code. The second line is for printing the result. So it's a ratio of 9:1. These 9 lines and this 1 line is doing the same task. So let's explore what is happening here. So I'll divide this whole line in pieces. So let me use this command. So first of all, we'll go to this part, filter. No, we'll go to this part first. This is a lambda function. So what it is doing is it's taking x as an input and it's checking and returning x if x percent 2 equals to 0. Okay, so it's clear. If you are having some problems with this expression, then watch our previous video. I already explained the lambda functions there. So let's get to the next part. This thing here is nothing but an iterable, which is list here, and let's go to this whole part now. So let's break it. So what it's doing here is filter is kind of creating a loop. It's taking the first element of this list and it passing it to this x, and then this lambda function is checking if this value, which is 1 for the first iteration of this of the loop created by this filter function. So 1 modulo 2 is equals to 0, which is false. So it's returning just a null, or you can say it's returning nothing, a void. And for the next run, it's passing to here, the filter function passing to this x, and it's checking again if x percent 2 equals to 0. In this case, x percent 2 equals to 0, it's true. So it's storing these true values in a list, which is res. So res, what is it? It's a list. And if you don't believe me, then just we can do this, type res. We are checking the type of this res object, and it's a list. So I believe this code is clear to all you guys, and let me know in the comment section if you need any further explanation of this filter function. It's easy. It's kind of weird at the starting, but as you go and start making programs using filter function, which is quite helpful, then you'll get to use to it. So yeah, so that's all for this video, and the next video we are going to explore more functions, the map and reduce functions. So thanks and bye.